sorry, y'all. I thought I was recording the last part. I'm glad I checked the video before I posted it. That last little part was gone because my neighbor had spoke to me, and I paused it to speak. And then when I came back, I thought I had hit record, but I didn't. But anyway, the manager was like, I don't know what I could do with this half a case. He was talking about my half a case that I brought back. So I go in and I say, well, just give me the Ozarka water, because that was the only other spring water they had. And if I be truly transparent, y'all, that Ozarka water was $5 a case. The cheap water that I purchased was $3 and something a case. So for 4 cases, I paid like $12. Whereas with the Ozarka water, I would have been paying $15 for only 3. And so I was like, well, if I just get 3, I'll just cut my losses. I'll just take 3. This me getting in the way. I didn't say this out loud, but in my mind, I'm reasoning with my analytical self. I just pay the extra little change or whatever, and I just walk away with 3 cases, cut my losses. But the manager had said when he took the half a case out, he was like, I don't know what I could do with that half. I ain't think nothing of it. So then he grabbed that little half a case, put it in the bucket with the 3 cases of those aqua water. Put it in the bucket. I'm walking behind the man. I sure appreciate this, sir. Thank you. He's like, oh, no problem. And I'm making smile talk. I used to work at this store a long time ago. And the man keeps walking. So I'm like, hold up, come on, God. We walking out the store. So we walk out the store. I'm still talking to the man. Yeah, I knew that lady. She been working here a long time. At least 25 years. We talking. Man puts the water in my car. That's a blessing right there, because I'm not supposed to be lifting that. I have a boot on my foot. I'm not supposed to be doing all that. You understand what I'm saying? He lifts the water up, put it in the car, says, have a nice day. Man goes back in the store. The blessing in that is he just exchanged it out. Just did an even exchange. I ain't have to spend no extra money. He didn't send me to the register. Normally, if you've ever returned anything to the store, they send you to the register. They scan what you bring back. They scan the new stuff. The register calculates it so that it, doesn't throw their inventory off. And they tell you whatever the difference is you need to pay, or they give you your change back if you got a refund. We didn't do none of that. And I said, look at God upgrading me. Look at God, because of my obedience to say, I'm going to take this back to the store. I laid aside my pride. I'm just being transparent. I laid aside my pride because I was like, man, I don't want to bring this water back in the store. But the more I kept trying to drink that water, I was like, this water is nasty. I don't know what this is. This is not no spring water. I'm trying to be obedient, God, and clean up my diet. I'm trying, but this spring water ain't it. I got to take this back to the store. God favored me in that store. Why am I telling you this story? Because there could be something in your life right now that God is telling you to do, and you feel like you can't do it for whatever reason. You're feeling like, oh, I can't do that, whatever. If God told you to do it, be obedient and do it. Walk out. And know that he's faithful to fulfill whatever it is that you need. He's going to give you what you need to carry it out. Another thing in that, don't miss God. Because there's so many people that will be like, oh, thank you, and wouldn't recognize that was God. That was God's favor on that manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, God set that up. That was a divine appointment, because that store was not packed. He told me to go in the morning. Now, what if I'd have went in the hustle and the bustle of the day? I may not have received that kind of service. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But just moving when God tells you to move, that was a blessing that man just put that water in that bucket, and that he even honored the half a case that I brought back. He gave me a half a case for the half a case that I brought back. God has upgraded me. And so I just thank God right now for that. He is just so worthy of all the praise. And I'm just grateful. And I'm just being obedient because he told me to share this testimony and that it was going to honor somebody. And I'm trying to do better because I keep holding the camera like this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing this. Y'all bear with me. I'm just trying to be obedient. Let me recap. When God tells you to do something, do it. Even if It doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound right. You don't have it all figured out. He didn't give you all the pieces. Do it. He told me clean up my diet. He told me why I needed to clean up my diet. And so I said, okay, it's Holy Week. I'm going to do it. Now, if I be transparent, yesterday afternoon, I failed. I did. I was doing good when I was at my house. But as soon as I went to somebody else's house that didn't have that same assignment that I had, I failed. So I said, okay, God, I got to do better with where the spaces that I put myself in. Because I went over there and that caused me to fail because I was in that space. I was tempted and I gave in. And I ate a hamburger and some french fries when I wasn't supposed to eat it. And put some steak seasoning on it like I like it. So with that being said, guard yourself in the spaces that you put yourself in. Because you can step out when God tells you to step out. But then if you put yourself in the wrong space, then you're going to fail. And so it like negates everything that you was trying to do. Because that's still disobedience. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, I was over. No, you put yourself in that situation. So you got to take responsibility for that. Number 2, trust God. And know that he's faithful to do what he said he was going to do. And that's really all I want to say. I just want to thank God for that. I'm trying to be obedient. Remember, you get 24 hours in a day. What you do with your 24 hours is on you. So if you say, I don't have time, you might want to look at how you spending your 24 hours. Because I'm sure you have time. It's how you're managing your time. It's how you're managing the resources that God has given you. So we got to be mindful of that. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. And I'll chat with y'all later.